So next up's Kane from Melbourne. Let's take a look. This portfolio is pretty cool. It's very like slimmed down. I think he knows exactly what he wants to do. His picture at first, I was like, why is it so off center? And then I realized there's a cat just chilling there. So it's like Kane and cat. It's like yin and yang, Kane and cat. See what I did there? All right. Yes. So this is pretty cool. I like seeing steady materials like this. Kane and Undertaker. Oh, thanks, Curious. So this is pretty nice. There's like a few things, like if you could sharpen up a few of the highlights, immediately it starts to trick you. Like when you see it from here, it's looking pretty good. I think the reflection is a little on the rough side. And I guess you could start with mirroring it and then kind of painting on top of that and then just kind of working with it from there. But I mean, I couldn't pull this off very easily. So hello, how you doing? Rose Steady is pretty cool as well. You're just looking at shading and the way that like lighting is affecting the shape and materials. But where it gets really interesting is this stuff. Like this stuff's pretty cool. It is a little dark. Let me do this. Open Photoshop. Oops. Teaser of the next portfolio. Anyways, yeah, this is cool. I love seeing the prop breakdown. I think a consistency in the weight of the darker values and how broad they are versus the lighter values is probably what you want to be looking at when you're texturing this type of stuff. It's like you can see this bed. Let me see here if I can just. Oh, nice. Look at this. What is this thing? What do we have here? Some mentorship action. Okay, let's go here. So when you look at this asset, this is a bit washed. Like we'll just grab this and paste it over. Oops. We'll just paste it over here. So you can see like the difference between. I'm like, come on. Just gonna quick and dirty. There we go. Okay, so you can see the difference between the table and the bed, and it's just making sure that you unify those values. Like maybe all of the wood materials need to be this saturation, or they need to be desaturated and kind of offset like this, a little washed. Either way, matching those value and saturation wise is going to be pretty important when you're trying to unify a scene. You can see too this prop here, like just taking that and see now it's just in saturation. We've been able to unify this prop to work with this table. And if you need it to be a little bit more on the washed out side, like that, now you're getting a bit closer. So keep an eye on that. Make sure your saturations are all kind of in like roughly the same range when you look at when you go here. So you can have like all of these being different colors, right? But you want to make sure that they're all kind of and do it like this. You want to try and keep them inside of the same range and not try and go further saturated unless it's like a prop that you want to stick out and be noticed because it's important, right? You'll notice that if you play World of Warcraft, you'll have props that are sticking out and they're doing a little bit of a sparkly effect on them as well because you need to go pick it up. But they tend to be sticking out because they can't unify unless they unify the roughness, not the roughness, the saturation and value across the game. If that's all in the same range, then it'll blend into the environment. But if it's a case of like, oh, that book matches in the environment that you're supposed to bring it to, putting it in an environment that it doesn't belong to, you're going to see there's that mismatch. And that kind of is a way of them utilizing the difference to try and draw it out from the scene as well for gameplay reasons. And if that's not enough, they always put the sparkles on there too. Anyways, I digress. The other thing is the scene is quite dark. After thousands of years. Dude, am I that old? Oh my God, this is weird. Kimbra, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Wolf. Wow, there's almost 70 of you guys in here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the follow as well. Yes, so I would say that the scene overall is quite dark. I think the ground just doesn't have the same kind of brightness as the props, value-wise. The other thing you could do for cheapness ways, like this is just in Maya. Okay, it's in Unity. If you don't want, you don't have to do light maps for stuff like this. You could technically add a few extra verts to the ground and then vertex paint the value in, where like you keep everything pretty unified, and then when you need corners to be dark, you add a few verts around the corner. Hey, thanks for the prime, dude. Yeah, you could add a few verts to the corner and then just take the vertices on the outside edge and darken those value-wise with vertex color. So some old school lighting techniques before we had light maps and all that jazz. But if you have light maps, there's no reason this ground should be this dark other than to help you separate it from the rest of the environment. It's still really dark though. What you would want to do is probably keep it closer to the range of everything else, but then separate it out in another way, either through saturation or the overall value is just a tad lower or a tad higher than the rest of the environment. Yeah, let me see. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything in here too. So your comments for what you want me to say about your portfolio are anything and everything. I like it. Try not to be, I won't say it's lazy, but it's weird how this is connecting to the center here. And then with the books, you're picking up on like the layout pattern. Totally have some that are on their sides or stacked or tilted to the side, and then ones that are separate by themselves. Putting some props on the table would be really good. Yeah, Derp on the second portfolio right now. Let's keep going here. So some of the stuff is like, I mean, it's all pretty cool, but you can tell you're really pushing that. I would be careful with this effect. I'm immediately getting triggered by it. Hey, thanks for the follow. Just because the highlight is very, like, I would probably just kind of follow the style that's happening with this text. But the asset though is pretty dope. I think this edge is a little on the sharp side, but it looks like you've been studying how they're doing things. Oh yeah, I can kind of rotate around this. But yeah, how you're doing with your resolution, I think these pieces here are a little on the low res side. Joe, what's going on, man? Yeah, from this perspective, you're like, dude, is this new, like, WoW? Is this Warcraft RTS stuff? Because I really like this. If that's the case, this might be a little on the tall side, but I don't know. It looks cool. Looks really cool. Yeah, making sure that you're maintaining some form of resolution unification between all of the different parts. Like these areas here feel a little low res compared to this guy here. Yes. Let's see what else is going on here. So I didn't get a chance to look at this one. This one's cool. I can kind of rotate around it. Oh wow, the pivot is very odd. I like that you built this scene though, with like the moon in the back there. In general, this looks pretty cool. I think the highlights from the moon are pretty accurate, just as far as brightness goes. Some Warcraft 4. Yes, Pontus. Yes. But I really like it. I think that if the moon was brighter, that these highlights could be brighter. And that might help with like having a shadow here could be kind of cool. Just seeing where this is all coming through. But in general, I like it. I like this stuff. Dude, I get stoked about this one. So, of course, poor rotation still. It's like a GIF, but wait, what? Hang on. There's some like weird sorting happening with the Vine stuff here, but oh, this is gonna bug me. Hang on. I try and avoid using Chrome these days. Flashbang. But I need to see this. All right. Yeah, dude. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that you could do that. This is great presentation, guys. Like this type of stuff here. But in general, this looks pretty awesome. I think that maybe there could be a little bit of a sharper edge on the materials. I like how you're going about this as well. You've basically painted one side view of it, and then you've... Can you do camera facing in Sketchfab? This looks great, though. This is really nice. Let's see if... Dude, you have it shadeless as well, so there's no lighting in here. That's great. Really cool. Really, really cool. I don't have too much to say on this one. Just the maybe edges being a little sharper in the textures. Maybe only where you want focus, though. Like these could be a little bit tighter. But in general, I mean, I think you've captured the look and feel of WoW. Of Warcraft in its current state. Oh, hang on here. We're gonna just go back here. This is the other one that I was like, dang, dude. This one also, like, I think you've hit the mark when it comes to like getting the look and feel. This material might be a little bit too dark, but again, with the presentation, great stuff. Also, there's no lighting in this. It looks like it's just post bloom. Yeah, this is dope. Is there... I think there's a way to... What? Hang on. We're going in. Got 2 minutes left as well, so... There we go. No post-processing. Yeah, so you're getting these that brightness that you're getting in the post. I would paint that in, just in those highlights. And then if we look at the diffuse, where are we at? UV checker. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. Isn't there a way to materials, wireframe? Ah, dude, that's awesome. So cheap. I am not seeing it. It's not up here. Single-sided. Maybe it is not exposed for us, but I want to see the flat, like how it's set up in the UVs. Either way, super nice. Super, super nice. Well done. This portfolio is quite strong. You're a student right now. I'm guessing you want to maybe get into prop art, or you want to do more stylized, cartoony, like Blizzard-esque texture work. And I think this is... You've definitely gotten better. I would actually suggest maybe moving these to... You have Pro, so maybe move these to the blog. And then just go nuts. Like, just start making materials. Where is... I can't remember her name right now, but she's a material and like props artist, texture artist at Blizzard. And seeing how she presents her stuff, I think if you were to push in that direction, you could probably get a job over there. I don't know how long until you're out of school, but the progression is very clearly happening. You're getting better at it with every piece. I would love to see more of a breakdown like this for some other stuff, but yeah. Oh, did she, Jen? Yeah, she's good. I don't know where she's at now, but yeah, she is amazing. Give me a second here. Oh, thanks, Wolf. But yeah, she has a tutorial as well, which you possibly have followed. But she does really, really good breakdowns for how she's created a lot of this stuff. It's super interesting. A lot of ZBrush work, and then utilizing that to get the highlights. But there's a tutorial here that's probably pretty good. Anywho, we must move on. I think your stuff's looking pretty good though. Definitely leveling up as you go. So nice work. Thanks for submitting your portfolio as well. Okay, I'll be right back. We get to the next one.